So today I'm going to give you a quick tour of the Jigsaw platform. Using Jigsaw, any company can transform their daily MIS and Excel reports into visual, intuitive dashboards and collaborate around all of these dashboards and do all of this without any coding. So our aim is that any company, however large or small, can make the most out of its data without the need for a data science team. So for the sake of this demo today, I'm going to show you how an investment company can automate an AUM report using Jigsaw. So this is basically a report that tracks the kind of business done by individual sales employees of theirs and the business done by various distributors of theirs. So this is basically an Excel template that consists of certain visualizations that are based on custom metrics, that are based on sort of proprietary logics and algorithms that the company's crunching and tracking using Excel. And the base for all of this, all of these visualizations and metrics is what you call a data dump, which is effectively an unstructured dump of the data coming from a particular system that has data that's useful for this particular report. So before I show you how this report is automated on Jigsaw, let me remind you that Jigsaw is use case agnostic. Using this same software without the need for any customization or coding, a manufacturing company can manage, their inventory and track reports for their inventory management. A finance team of any company can track maybe their expenses and budget and things like that on a daily basis. Or even an HR function of any company can track maybe employee data and employee pay and things like that. So any use case can be automated and optimized on Jigsaw using the same platform with Excel as the base. So now let's move on to automating this, as we call it, a daily AUM report. So this one-step configuration process on Jigsaw requires the company to simply, as a one-time activity, just upload that template that we saw a few moments ago. Once they've uploaded that template, again as a one-time activity, they have to tell the system which tab in that Excel file contains the raw data, or as you call it, the data dump tab. Here I'd also like to remind you of an exciting sort of use case wherein you can amalgamate data from various sources, from various systems onto one Excel sheet and automate the generation of that, so you get more of a bird's eye view of your business data. In that case, you just simply select a couple of tabs, but for the sake of this file, let's maybe stick with only one. Now the next thing you can do is you can select who in your company gets access to this particular report, or we like to call it this particular workspace. You can select individuals, or you can even select teams, temporary teams, permanent teams, by creating a user group on Jigsaw, which is a very simple thing you can do on the front end. Now, an exciting thing you can do over here is that you can actually share this securely with external stakeholders of yours. It could be distributors, it could be like channel partners of yours. And so now this particular distributor will get access only to this AUM report and to this dashboard without being integrated to the rest of the systems of this company and without sort of, touching the rest of the valuable data of this company. Now, the next thing you do as part of this one-time configuration is simply put, what is the text that goes along with this report on a daily basis. So this is the report for the day. Let's just, keep this simple. Next thing they do, again, as part of this one-time activity is, and also for the first time highlighting one of our headline features, is we select which visualizations and which data extracts from that Excel template get dashboarded per se. So as you would have noticed over here, all of the visualizations, your graphs, your charts that you made on Excel, including pivot tables, have all been replicated into an intuitive, interactive front end without any line of code being written whatsoever. The next thing you do is you can now even decide what kind of access control to have on a chart by chart basis. So I can decide that, hey, like these two employees are not going to get access to this chart. Maybe it's out of their, permissions. Now you can even decide what data points or what charts leave your system. So let's just select them all coming onto the Jigsaw dashboard first. And then we can select that, okay, this one can go be sent as an email, or this one can be sent as a WhatsApp. And the point being that access control in terms of who gets to see what is completely in the hands of the business user, is completely configurable on the front end without any need or help from the technology provider. So now that we've done all of this access control, we've selected which visualizations we want, and we're done. So in less than 2 minutes, we've configured a dashboard onto Jigsaw. We've looked at all of this and we've pressed activate. Now this daily AUM report, as you can see, has come up over here. It's now even come up on the dashboard of the user who has access to this report. Firstly, I'd like to point out on the dashboard that this is a personalized dashboard for every employee that has access to this report. Now, in this company, maybe a sales employee may want to prioritize sales metrics, a finance employee may want to prioritize finance metrics, and so on and so forth. So all of these tiles are drag and drop, easy, simple drag and drop, so that every employee gets a personalized dashboard. Now let's continue the example of that AUM report. A senior comes here and they see that, okay, I want to, take a particular decision regarding this data point. So all they do is they start a topical thematic chat. So this is a thread that's only created across this particular data point and this particular chart. Now they maybe decide on a particular course of action for the next 2 weeks. And all they can do on the Jigsaw platform is they can create like a Jigsaw tracker, which is basically, tracking a particular data point or tracking a particular action from a particular thread for, an amount of time in the future as well. Also, another thing that they can do right now is they can even configure an alert for any of these data points. So maybe in this case, let's say the AUM from a particular distributor or from a particular intermediary had to fall below a certain threshold, an alert would be triggered to the various people who who need to be told. And all of this can again be done on the front end without any coding. Now let's quickly check out the workspace. This workspace, again, individual to every employee of this company, where they can manage all their threads and conversations. They can manage all the Jigsaw trackers and the various alerts that are assigned to them as well, and take action and, sort of collaborate here very simply. Now the next big stage is what happens when you need a new version of this report, right? So this is a daily report. So every day there's new data and there's a new version of this report that needs to come out every day. So how do we prepare that? Very simply, onto Jigsaw, all you have to do is upload the raw data file. So the raw data file would be something like this, which would very simply be a dump of data that's been downloaded as a CSV from this data source. All your team has to do is go here, click update, and upload that sort of data dump. Now what Jigsaw does is Jigsaw firstly prepares a brand new report that will look like this with the latest data as per today's date. It will then prepare an automated email that will look like this and be sent to the various stakeholders who have the permission to receive this email. It will have an extract of the various data points. So those stakeholders can choose to access this on an email, or they can choose to, they actually check this out on the Jigsaw dashboard. So they'll click here and then go to the Jigsaw dashboard, which by now you would have noticed has updated with all of the latest data points and the latest parameters as well. And that's it. They can go and do the same thing, start chats, collaborate, and make the most out of their business data. So this is the Jigsaw platform, and let me just give you a quick idea of how your company can today very seamlessly get onto Jigsaw. We're running an early adopters campaign, which is basically a pilot program through which you can get this product free for 3 months. Part of that also includes us personalizing this product for you, which includes configuring reports for your company, giving training to all of your stakeholders. And we promise to do all of this in a maximum of 2 meetings only. So spread the word and sign up to the early adopters program, and hear more about us from clickjigsaw.com, and get in touch with us at hello@clickjigsaw.com. Thank you for listening to this.